Hello, good morning students. Please subscribe the channel, drop a like, share and comment. This is SSC previous year dictations exercise number 22 on the speed of 100 words per minute. Start. Honorable Chairperson, I stand here on behalf of my party to support the motion of thanks to the President's address. Honorable President has stated that this budget session will be keenly watched by our people whose hopes and aspirations all of us represent. I think when we are discussing his address, we should put a question to ourselves. How are the people viewing us after a week or so? How have we acted in this house during the last session? How have we ventilated and articulated the hopes and desires of the people whom we represent? How much faith have we demonstrated to the institution to which we belong and in which we represent our electorate? The Honorable President has mentioned about the invaluable time of India's Parliament. Is it put to best use? This question should also be discussed. Have we utilized the invaluable time to its best use for completing all scheduled businesses? We have seen in the recent past that the House has got repeatedly adjourned. Who will be held responsible for that? I ask that question to myself. I have been a silent spectator to all doings and happenings that have occurred in this august House previously. Will the people be held responsible for that? We have heard the Honorable President for more than an hour. We have heard his invaluable speech. Have we acted in the true sense of the term? I would like to remind all of us present here as to what Honorable President has told us. He has reminded us to utilize the time and our position for the purpose for which we have been elected. It is because when we go back to our constituencies, people will not point a finger at us and ask as to what we have done during the budget session. Let us understand our own position. Then only we can utilize the time of this house to the betterment of our people and the country. Now, I would like to say something about the regional parties. The regional parties are also as much nationalist as the national parties. The moment you say that it is only the national parties which can protect the fabric of this nation and not the regional parties, you are casting an aspersion on the regional parties. I am sorry to say that you are casting an aspersion. I am happy to say that in the last 12 years, the situation has changed. The Indian body politic has changed. It has changed since the 1989 elections. People do not have faith in the so-called national parties. Now I would turn to another point. Many honorable members have spoken about terrorist activity and terrorism. I would give it a different angle, though it is not a new angle. Throughout the world, terrorism has its roots to poverty, deprivation, and neglect. These are the three aspects why terrorism has grown in different parts of the world. This government is striving hard to meet that challenge, starting from Jammu and Kashmir to the northeast and also to other parts of the country. It is this government which has a specific program. It has also been mentioned in the speech of the Honorable President that we are prepared to discuss with any group which is willing to discuss with us. I am sorry to say that for the last 2 decades, our nation has been bleeding in Jammu and Kashmir. It not only reached the doors of the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, but it also reached the doors of this temple of the Indian democracy. The Commander-in-Chief of India, the first citizen of this country, has amply demonstrated the determination of this government to fight terrorism to its logical conclusion. I am sure this government, under the leadership of the present Prime Minister, has been making attempts to fight terrorism. A question has been raised as to why we have deployed the troops in the border. I think this has been discussed earlier also. Why has a large section of our armed forces been deployed on the western border? What have we achieved by that? I would suggest that this is a very crucial and critical issue. We should not just jump to any conclusion. Let us be practical. Let us find out as to what has happening before the deployment of the armed forces on our borders. We have achieved this. Another point that has been raised is this. Why has Pakistan been sponsoring cross-border terrorism? The basic question that has been discussed throughout our country by our people and also outside is as to why Pakistan has been doing this. It has a long history. What I know is that we have not accepted the two-nation theory. We have accepted partition. I think honorable members are aware as to how that thing had taken place. Whatever we have done is just to protect the secular character of our nation. The secular fabric of this country has been enriched, and in the last 67 years, all of us have strived to protect it. Now, I would like to draw the attention of this House to another important matter about the food security. As far as food security is concerned, a number of members have raised the issue in this House about food, hunger, and starvation death. I remember that our Honorable Prime Minister, along with the leader of the opposition, had visited the area in the state of Odisha where children were sold for food, where people died of starvation, and where large-scale migration had taken place due to hunger. This was the situation that was prevalent earlier. I remember that the then Chief Minister of Odisha had introduced a novel scheme whereby every panchayat was entitled to provide food to the family which was not having adequate means. Subsequently, this scheme was withdrawn by the previous regime. The present government has again implemented it.